we got to talk about Andrei Stojakovic, the next Illini superstar in place of Kaspras Yakuchonis. This is going to be the next star for sure. I talked a lot about Stojakovic last week, just at the sheer possibility of getting him, because last week's episode was filmed right after he visited Illinois. He did that last Tuesday. I'll just run through this really quick, but again, for more information on him, check out the video that was just posted today from last week's live stream called Basketball in the Balkans on the YouTube channel. He was all ACC in 24-25, 17.9 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, and that was as a sophomore, by the way. He's 6'7". Very impressive as well. So Illinois was just a visit when we first started talking about him. Last week, it was just a thought in his mind, although I had some sources saying that he was pretty likely to go there. He got down to his top three earlier this week, like Sunday, Monday-ish. He narrowed it down. I want to maybe even Saturday. He narrowed down a top three in which he listed Illinois, then North Carolina, and then Stanford. That's got to be one of the only people transferring to North Carolina with all the football players that they're losing right now. That was a very interesting top three for sure. I thought North Carolina could be a bit of a threat. I definitely thought he was going to like Florida. I'm surprised that he would pick Stanford over a school like Florida. That was kind of random. Plus, UNC and Stanford are also still in the ACC. When I saw that top three, I kind of figured he was definitely coming to Illinois, because I figured he'd want to leave the ACC, not stay in it. Because the ACC was just not a really good basketball conference this past season. So I think to really prove himself, to show that he's an NBA-level talent, like his father Peza, he's got to take it to a bigger league. And the Big Ten, outside of the SEC, was the best conference in basketball this year. Well, you could make an argument for the Big 12. I still think the Big Ten was better in terms of depth, though. I think the better teams of the Big 12 certainly were better. Like the Big 12 had better teams at the top, but in terms of depth and putting teams in the tournament, I think the Big 10 still was second only to the SEC in the basketball department. He was ranked only slightly behind the forward that we just lost, Morez Johnson, who he's going to be replacing in the starting lineup. That's practically a guarantee. Morez Johnson was ranked 29th in the transfer portal this offseason, and Stojakovic was 35th. So hardly a difference there. And I think Stojakovic is a better scorer. I don't know why I said that weird. He's a better scorer than Morez Johnson as well. So I'm very confident that he will even outperform Morez. And that's just a major role that he's filling, right? I mean, there was right after the season ended and you knew that Morez was going to transfer. A couple other guys are transferring. We talked about that. You can check out my video to see who else is leaving as well and who is staying. We've talked a lot about the drama with the basketball program on this channel. But this is pretty huge. It was right after Morez and all the guys announced they were going to leave. We started hearing that some players are returning. And now we've gone on an insane recruiting run in the Balkans that I covered last week. And now we've got Andre coming in the transfer portal as well. That is the first major transfer that the Illini have landed on the basketball court this year. I absolutely love this signing. It's going to bring so much attention to the basketball program. Like it's just such a new energy that's been put in this team already. Like already, I mean, I say already, it's April. Like Illinois is playing a game last month. There's just so much time till the season even begins. We're not going to get going until first week in November, but geez, I mean, this team, you can already feel a different energy just from what's been going on social media as well. I don't know if you guys saw, but there is an image of Brad Underwood that is trending after he landed Stojakovic the other day, because that's now two transfers. I was totally wrong when I said he was the first big transfer they landed, by the way, because I totally forgot about Zvonimir Ibisic, which as I was getting to, between Stojakovic and the Ivisic brothers, there's so many storylines on this team that national media is just going to eat up. And storylines don't win you games, but they certainly help, especially in March when when the media is following your big storyline. People love it, and I definitely think it contributes to team success as well. Take it from me, I'm also a Loyola basketball fan. That 2018 Loyola run, even though I was not at the school at that time, right? I mean, anyone who watched March Madness that year, every 5 seconds you're seeing Sister Jean, you're hearing of all the story about Loyola Chicago this, Loyola Chicago that, kind of came out of nowhere kind of thing. It's all about storylines, especially in March, and storylines are enough to motivate teams. This year's tournament, for example, I would say the quadrant of Arkansas, Kansas, and St. John's with Rick Pitino, John Calipari, and Bill Self all being in there. That was a big story. I think that contributed a lot to Arkansas's Sweet 16 run as the 10th seed there. I just think having a good story, having the media on your side, because they certainly will be when you have the son of an NBA player and 2 brothers playing on your team as well. That's just the kind of stuff they eat up. And if this Illini team gets hot, starts winning a couple games in March, they're going to be really hard to stop because they're going to be all anyone is talking about. That's all I'm saying. You can debate me on that and whether media attention and storylines actually contribute to a team's success. I think especially in March Madness, though, when people are looking for Cinderella stories, they absolutely do. I would say in college basketball, probably more than any other sport, just because of the way March Madness is marketed. I think that's a fair argument. But anyway, I'm going to get to that image I was just talking about. There's a trending image of Brad Underwood after he landed Stojakovic the other day, because we now have two recruits and then 2 transfers coming in, all from the Balkans region in Europe. And this is the image that is trending right now. That's my dog. I apologize. This is Bradomir. Bradomir is Brad Underwood in an orange sweatsuit and a hat, so he looks like he's Russian. And this is actually a promotional image. This is a weird way to project this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still here, by the way. But so Bradomir. This image is from the official Orange Crush, actually. You can buy that hoodie and you can buy that T-shirt of Bradomir, and then part of the proceeds will go to the Orange Crush Foundation. That's the Illini student section. I'm sure you know that if you're watching this. But I love the Bradomir trend, and that just kind of feeds what I was saying earlier about how there's just a different energy in this team already. Like the Orange Crush went and made that image, right? They made this whole campaign to sell those shirts, to sell those hoodies. You're going to see them all next basketball season. It's really, not only is it funny, obviously. I mean, of course it's funny, but having that kind of energy, people are hyped about Illini basketball, and it is April. They were eliminated a month ago, and we're already getting this excited about Illini basketball. That's crazy. I absolutely love to see that kind of energy. And this team, how could you not be excited? Because this team just reloaded real fast. Also, Ben Humrickhouse announced that he is returning yesterday. So that's another player coming back as well. Always love to see returners. You know that from all the position group previews I've been doing. Love to see it in football. Love to see it in basketball as well. Definitely support the Orange Crush and buy that shirt, hoodie, if you think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. I think it is hilarious, and I just love to see the energy that this team has and the kind of reputation that Brad Underwood is building the Illini program in Europe, right? Foreign players have really caught on in the NBA now, right? We know that with Jokic and Luka and Giannis and all these absolute superstars that are from Europe in the NBA now. And we're starting to see those stars now, or at least hopeful stars like Kasper Siakashonis, coming to America to play in college now. So this is kind of it's still a newer wave in terms of where the NBA is at. It's still a little new. And so we're seeing Underwood build a reputation for the Illini program over there early into this transition, because when there are more and more European stars, because the rest of the world is catching up to the U.S. in basketball. Europe is getting really good at basketball, and they are producing more and more stars in the college game and the professional game every year. And we are really seeing a takeover at Illinois. I mean, they're just stacked, and that is going to build them a good reputation. They're certainly going to build some fans over there as well. And as we see more and more European kids learn the game of basketball, develop basketball skills, we're going to see a lot more European kids, European stars go through Illinois.